Good morning, YouTube. It's your man all the way George Page coming to you live on YouTube. Anyway, I just posted my video for the Will Women's the 11th annual Will Women's Awards. You know, as you know, it's I did a video before where it promotes women's in sports, and this is the next category where I'm a fan of. I became a MMA women's WMMA fan for quite some time. I really got into MMA because by a friend, and women's MMA has kind of grown on me the last few years. I do quite a few content about the WMMA, and I did an interview a while ago with a lady who I'm a fan of, and she's also on this list. And I hope to do some more. I want to do some more videos conversations with women in WMA because, like I said, this is a sport that needs attention just as much as bodybuilding. It gets a lot of flack because a lot of people don't think that women should be fighting, but these ladies, they have a lot of heart. You know, they really could commit themselves to the sport, and I think they deserve just as much respect as the men do. Now, also, okay. Now, this is not as long as it was the last video because I was doing two categories. That was women's physique and women's bodybuilding. So this is basically just women MMA, and it's going to range from pros into amateurs. Some names you might know, some names you might not. And then, but like I said, just follow. Anyway, the first award is Breakout Amateur Fighter of the Year, and that goes to Lisa Linduska. And like I said, I don't know much about her. She's an amateur, and like I said, I might want to reach out to her because, and maybe do an interview with her. And like I said, I should do a little more research on some of these ladies, but I was putting this together on the fly. Anyway, the next category is Breakout Pro Fighter of the Year, and this is Erin Blanchfield. You know Miss Blanchfield? She fights in Invicta in the 125 division. Now, she supposed to have a fight for the 125 title against Pearl Gonzalez, but because Pearl tested positive for COVID, that fight was canceled. So we hope to see her in the future. Now, this is surprising. The runner-up in that category was Amanda Rebus. And I'm a big fan of Rebus. I say she's a goofy, cute ass girl. I like her. She's a good fighter. She has a fight coming up this weekend at UFC 257 on Fight Island. Now, the next category is 2021 is their year amateur. That goes to Sydney Ross. Like I said, I don't know much about Ross. I should have researched a lot of these competitors, but like I said, with the other videos, I had to put so much work into it, so I didn't have a lot of time. But like I said, I'm going to do a little research about her. My brothers like Carmouche Breaker 99, Coach Sheridan Harrison, No Filter MMA might really know these women a little better than I do. But like I said, I'm still what you call casual. Now, the next competitor is the 2021 is their year as pro, and this is one I'm very, very fond of. I'm a very big fan of her, and that is Eleventh Patra Young, aka the Nigerian Terminator. And just recently, Lovett just won a fight over the weekend, which she defeated Kelly D'Angelo by first round TKO. I follow Lovett. We did an interview some time ago. We still keep in contact. She called me her big brother. I call her my sister. I'm hoping someday I'm gonna do a video where I'm gonna say that she deserves a title shot. She fought the former LFA champion Vanessa Dinopoulos a while back, and she lost that fight. But now LFA got a new champion. There's a good chance she might even beat this new champion. And also, if if defeats her, Dana White, get this lady on the UFC. Get her on. She is a tough 115 fighter. I mean, she should have been picked up because she fought an opponent named Sam Hughes fought at a UFC event against Tisha Torres. And the reason why I didn't pick Lovett because she would have beat Tisha's ass. Excuse my language, but truthfully, yeah, I think she beat her. Now, the runner-up in that category was Antonia Shevchenko. I'm a big fan of Shevchenko's. I'm sorry Antonia didn't get the win, but hey, she still has some way to go. Next up, most improved amateur fighter goes to Anna Summers. And like I said, I don't know much about Miss Summers. I'm hoping to maybe, like I said, I might suggest this to my man, the coach, and some other of my brothers at CS Combat Sports and the LDWMAC family about maybe reaching out to Miss Summers about doing an interview. Now, most improved fighter pro, it goes to, yes, most definitely, Mackenzie Dern. Now, as you know, Mackenzie Dern has been on a tear. Back in 2020, she at least had about 3 fights. She beat her last fight. To me, she did not really win against Verda Jandiroba. There was a give me. You know, I'm not too much a big fan of Mackenzie Dern. I'm a fan about something else about her, but I'm trying to keep it clean. And also the run up on that in that list was Lauren Murphy. I'm like, Myth hit Murphy? Oh my God! It must. It's some. I don't know. It's just. Now, most underrated fighter is Sinead Kavanaugh. Now, she fights in Bellator, and I'm surprised. This is. They picked a Bellator fighter. I'm surprised they didn't pick somebody in the UFC, but she's a pretty good fighter. She fought against Arlene Blanco some time ago. She fights as 145er. And this is somebody I think the UFC should pick up. I mean, she's a strong fighter, good fighter. This would be somebody who really probably help shape up the UFC's 145 division. But as you know, Bellator has probably the best 145 division outside of Invicta. Now, the runner of that division was Liz Carmouche. I'm a big fan of Liz Carmouche, and she just went to Bellator some time ago. Her last fight was against Becca Rollins. Now, number 8, it's Judy Casey, most exciting fighter of the war, and that goes to Weili Zhang from China. As you know, she is the current UFC strawweight champion. Right now, she's waiting for a fight. There's a talk of her maybe fighting the first UFC 115 champion, that is Carla Cookie Monster Esparza. But really, I think people really want to wait for the fight for her against Rose Namajunas, Thug Rose, as we know her, is right now still in negotiation talks for about a future fight. But we're just crossing our fingers here. Now, most inspirational fighter of the year goes to Thug Rose Namajunas. I'm a big fan of Thug Rose. This title ain't nothing, man. This title ain't nothing, man. I like Thug Rose. She's been in UFC for quite some time. She was a champion till she lost it to Jessica Andrade. And the mistake she made was, no, let's not pick you up. You had the advantage. She should have fighting. But I like Thug Rose. She lost fight about last year when she fought a rematch against Jessica Andrade. She won that rematch. Congratulations. We're still waiting for that fight between her and Weili Zhang. And that's going to take some time. There's a lot of negotiations, a lot of talk. There's just so much you got to do. Now, next up is the best representative for the sport, and that is the striking factor herself, Caitlyn Young. And Miss Young has been in the game for quite some time. She fights in Invicta at 145. She fought for the title a while back, but she didn't. She lost to Pam Bam Sorensen. And then some time ago, she fought. Her last fight was against Latoya Walker. She hadn't fought some time. I'm hoping we might see her fight some in the future in Invicta, Invicta card. It's gonna take some time. Just find out a good opponent. There's some opponents out there that probably want to take a chance. But also, this is what I want to say about this. Caitlyn is a good fighter. I think what she needs to do is maybe take an executive position. And she has done it before. I think I talked about that. Shannon Nabb should go up in the UFC and take over the women's division. And Caitlyn takes over Invicta. I think she can make some good fights and maybe recruits a lot more fighters for that division, for the organization. Now, next up is the submission of the year. And that goes to former LFA champion Vanessa Demopoulos, and this was an inverted triangle choke on Sam Hughes. As you know, Sam Hughes fought some time ago up against Tecia Torres, and she should have fought Tecia Torres. Yeah, I think, and this is this is just wow. I mean, she really put it on this girl. I never see the fight itself, but this picture is just ooh. Now the run up for that was Jermaine Duranami with a guillotine choke on Juliana Pena, and I saw that fight between Jermaine and Juliana, and it's disappointing. Juliana, she needs to have more crow. She don't let your emotions take over the rest of you. Now knockout of the year goes to Erin Blanchfield, who KOs Victoria Leonardo, and just a while ago, yesterday Victoria Leonardo had a fight at Fight Island Wednesday, and she gets put out in the second round. And this is this girl, like my girl Genesis Green says, this girl takes I'm gonna be a little clean, take a butt whooping. And Erin Blanchfield is a good fighter. She's up and coming. This is a KO, a headshot KO. you guarantee gonna go to sleep. Now the next category is fight of the year, and this is a fight that I think everybody generally agrees it was a fight of the year, and that is Wally Zhang versus Joanna. Don't call me Bojangles, JJ Chick. As you know, JJ is the former UFC 115 champion, and she fought against the current 150 champion was it last year. And right now, JJ still, she's been sitting out for a while. She hasn't been talking about she wants to fight. You know, I'm not a big fan of JJ Bochin. She's a good fighter. I'll give her that. But she's been cutting up short quite a bit. You know, she fought for the 125 channel against title 4 against Valentina Shevchenko. And Valentina has her number. She already beat her 4 times since then. And this was the fight where Joanna looked like she was Quasimodo. She should be somewhere in the Notre Dame swinging bells. And this was probably one of the toughest fight Wally Zhang ever had in her career. And you got to give it to Joanna. She's a pretty good fighter. Wally Zhang, she really needs to step up the game because you know what? I think there's a lot of, like I said, the UFC's 115 division is a murderer's gallery. There's some girls that's down there that's looking for opportunity to climb up. So so good luck. Good luck to both these ladies in the future. Now next up is voters' favorite amateur fighter, and that is Lexi Rook. I don't know much about Miss Rook. Maybe, like I said, I hope my man Coach Harris will reach out to her. Maybe do an interview with her. Somebody might do. I might even do it myself if I get some social media contact. Usually I try to drop something in her. If she has something like either Twitter or maybe Facebook or Instagram, maybe I drop some in DMs. Maybe she might even respond. Just cross my fingers. Now, voters' favorite pro fighter goes to Thug Rose. Thug Rose. I'm a big fan of Thug Rose. I like her. I just like her attitude. She's very, and she understands she has weaknesses. Thug is just, Rose is just an amazing person. She's a good fighter. And like I said, we all know right now she's in good negotiation for probably a future fight against the current champion, Wally Zhang. So keep out crazy fight. And in this category, she beat some heavy hitters. Most notably, the double champ, as I know, Amanda Nunez took second place. She beat out Holly Holmes, Valentina the Bullet Shevchenko, and Chris Cyborg. And I mean, these are big girls. Two are, I would say 235ers, 2 145ers, and a 125er. And she's 115, and she beat these are some big girls. You think that maybe, I feel like Cyborg should have won. I love Cyborg. But you know how some people, they're not big fans of Cyborg because of her past and all those stuff. But hey, forget y'all. Cyborg Nation to this day. But I'll go with Thug Rose. I'll take that. Now, fighter's favorite amateur fighter goes to Alisa Lynn Deduska. I just mentioned her earlier. And, like I said, I'm hoping my man Coach will reach out to her. And I like to see more of this. Like I said, these amateurs need to come up. Maybe just somebody that UFC or maybe LFA or Invicta can recruit. I mean, if she has problems, I don't know much about her, but maybe my man like Combo Breaker 99, Coach Sherry Harrison, No Filter MMA. If y'all see this video, reach out to this girl. Maybe she might do an interview with you. Maybe talk about her future in WMMA. Now, next up is fighter's favorite pro fighter. I didn't vote for this person. Somebody did. I didn't. And that is the double champ, Amanda Nunez. I'm not a fan of Amanda Nunez. She's a good fighter. And I'm still going to say that was a lucky punch she got on Cyborg. A lucky punch. And, she's been pretty good. Like I said, that one loss she had, her last loss was against Kat Zingano. Kat Zingano was channeling Mag TA with those better suplexes. I love that. I like to watch that. But like I said, the double champ is the fighter's favorite pro fighter of the year. I don't know what fighters picked her, over someone like Wally Zhang or Thug Rose or Valentina Shevchenko, or even most definitely Cyborg Nation to this day. So yeah, whatever, it's not my pick. I didn't vote for it. The amateur fighter of the year goes to Dakota Devisheva. I can't say her name right. I'm gonna put the if you follow I'm gonna put the sub description. Y'all can follow it. Y'all can see what. But I'm gonna say Dakota. I don't want to mess up her name too much. She looks like she's probably somewhere. That's from USKA. That's kickboxing. She's probably overseas. Maybe she look like she's young. She might have a future. You just gotta wait till she gets to a certain point where she might reach out to her, may offer a chance to compete in MMA. But I think she's a kickboxer by the looks of her. She's wearing the gloves. So if she gets to the level of MMA, like serious MMA, she don't have a future. Kickboxing don't get as much notarization as compared to MMA. But she's young. She has a good record, and she's also training MMA. She has a great future. So congratulations, Dakota, for being the amateur fighter of the year. Now, the last category is the Pro Fighter of the Year. And I love this. I love this. And this is one of my favorite fighters. And it is Valentina, the Bullet, Shevchenko, the Master Assassin, the Bullets. I call her, she's a chess master among checker players. And I'm a big fan of Valentina. And I did a video out there. You know who her father is? Her father is Ivan Drago. She is an amazing fighter. Now, even though she only has her 3 losses, it was a loss by Liz Carmouche because of a legal up kick, and then her 2 losses to Mana, the double champ Nunez. But Valentina's been amazing. Now, people have been kind of on a hating spree of her. Her last fight against Jennifer Maia, people say, oh, well, she didn't beat Jennifer Maia precisely. But that's the thing with Valentina. Valentina is not going to just waste too much energy where she can take a person apart bit by bit. That makes her a good fighter. That's a good strategy. Yes, her last 2 fights before Maya was against when she pretty much demolished Caitlyn Chikagian and KO'd Jessica Evil Black Eye. But those were opponents who did not have that well of a skill set. Now Jennifer Maya, she can say she's a black belt in BJJ, but that's only one skill set. While Valentina has many skill sets. She's just not a master of just one fighting style. She's a master of several. And that's why I think she deserved the Pro Fighter of the Year award. And she beat out, her runner-up was Amanda Nunez. Oh, I know Amanda Nunez was like, oh yeah, she won those other category, but this is Fighter of the Year. Meaning that, enough people picked her over Nunez. Wow! But let's talk about maybe a future fight between Nunez and Valentina. We don't know what's going to happen anytime soon. They was thinking about fighting 135. I hope that is. I know most definitely she want to avenge those 2 losses. And maybe that possibly. We know we're not going to get the fight. Well, I want to see that's Nunez Cyborg 2, but I'll take a Shevchenko Nunez 3. But anyway, this was a great category. Like I said, I'm a growing fan of women's MMA. I'd like to maybe in the future even do some more interviews with women in mixed martial arts, like a man doing with women in bodybuilding. But like I said, congratulations to all these ladies, especially the Bullet, for becoming the Pro Fighter of the Year. Congratulations, you deserve it. This is your man, All the Way is George Page. Don't subscribe. I'm out.